don't like no, you know what I'm saying? I don't be on no at all, bro. But this particular right here, bro, that's one sexy ass.
It would be funny as if you had a soundboard.
It would.
Switch it back, okay? Okay. I don't know.
How would you feel if a nigga said you were the worst dick he's ever received?
I told them we had a nuanced relationship, and that sometimes it was.
How are they still
Do you
cool?
have an idea of what you were gonna do?
Look at this nigga Josh.
He got exposed again! Bro, you just never learned your lesson, do you?
MC, make another hit.
This ain't what you want.
Project,
This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want.
Ella Mare thighs when she open up so wide, I got a sparkle in my eye. I just
For a 13-year-old, and I get it, nigga. Last time you seen her, you were 13. Like, I'm not gonna call you a pedophile or some weird shit. You're not Obito. You cheated 445.
EDP 445
cancel him now, come on.
versus Obito.
You're tweaking, bro. You're acting like you had nobody. Kakashi was there. Minato was there. You killed Minato. So why are you so upset about this bullshit? You lost one person. If anything, Kakashi had more reason to turn against Leaf than you did.
Next time you're jerking off, understand that God is watching, and imagine what you look like. Imagine the look on your face.
I be snipping like panels of hints on pictures.
Sucks. Then we got this swordsman who don't know his left from his right, like a fucking idiot. Then we got foot fetish simp to keep the incels reading. We got bitch nigga, fish nigga, dog nigga, dead nigga. We also got cyborg, but more lame. There's my
Can't talk shit about anybody! You're a literal pedophile!
Okay, fact is that if you could fix the failings of the current paradigm, we would have flaws.
Look! Guys, can I say the word?
No!
Whoa! Dookie! It was a joke!
Damn, son. Yo, Shy, can you do something for me? Like this man was really catching the neck from Shy while somebody was, feel me? Now we're gonna have to censor this whole thing because, you know.
Every single one of y'all! 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 Stop playing with me! Why y'all saying West 445? Why y'all saying West 445? Why y'all saying West 445? Because she's 14. Well, y'all keep saying she's a dog, so times that by 7. Alright? Okay?
So fine, kinda just hope she's got to say she'll be all mine. She know that I be just like Clark said, I be fly. I know she a little tricky, she might type a thicky one. That mare with me, she gon' bite. Go kinky, call me Pinky because I'm just wishing to be surrounded by cakes. Flick is round and got waist, wondering how it's gonna taste.
And no, it's not that anime fairy tale.
I really do hope that One Piece gets better as the years go on, but who knows. The anime that started it all for me was One Piece. Back in the day, we would watch Toonami. You guys might be a little bit too old or too young for Toonami, but it's basically a channel on Cartoon Network that would air anime shows later in the evening. One night, all of a sudden, I just left Cartoon Network on. I went and did something else, and there was a show. I had no idea what it was during the Davy Back arc, and there was these fishmen and they were swimming in water, and this guy had like blow up powers, and I was like, what is going on right here? But I watched that episode and I was like, okay, wait, I want another episode. So
1 week later,
I was like, okay, this is taking way too long. This was like
many months later,
of me just watching one episode a week, and I was like, okay, what's gonna happen? So eventually I found a website to watch it online. I started at episode 1 and I spent 2 whole days watching One Piece for hours and hours. I'd wake up at 6 in the morning and I'd go to bed at like 10 at night, and I would just watch One Piece the whole time because I absolutely loved it. It was amazing, and I've watched it over the years. For the longest time I would watch dubbed because I wasn't a fan of the subbed, but I didn't want to read subtitles. I thought it would be a waste of time. so I was only like caught up to the dubbed episodes of One Piece. Eventually though, I got tired of waiting and I was like, all right, let's give subs a try. And I gave subs a try and I was like, okay, this is actually really good. It's way better than the dub. Who would have thought? Obviously everybody else knows that now, that subs are better than dubs. So I started watching it more and more and I was like, this is really, really good. And then the time skip happened. They went to Dressrosa, and it was really good. It was just, the arc was taking so long, like, I just felt like it was dragging on, and then all of a sudden there was characters that I was like, these characters are really annoying. Like, what happened to the good old-fashioned One Piece? There was never, like, these over-the-top, weird characters. Like, it was really good until the time skip happened, and then once the time skip happened, like, yeah, everybody else became more powerful and more, like, badass, but that was about it. The characters, they were just too over the top. They didn't interest me as much as they used to, and I was like, well, this is a waste. So now it's like I'll watch One Piece and I'll just skip through half the episodes. I just want to see the fighting scenes because I cannot deal with some of these side characters anymore. The side characters killed One Piece for me. The story, amazing. Luffy and his crew, amazing. The side characters, complete trash. Like, I don't need to know about some random person in this town. Like, I get that you guys are trying to help them out, but you don't have to make these side characters so over the top and just strange and funny. And I'm like, oh my god, just give me something classic like you did back in the day. Let people look normal. Let people look how they're supposed to look, more or less. Like, yeah, you can still have these crazy ideas and crazy concepts of Jinbei and like fishmen, because that's what they did in Arlong Park and it was amazing, but it's just like, as the time has gone on, it has not been as good. Like, even in the Water 7 arc, like, some of the devil fruit powers, they were different. They were a little strange. They weren't like out of the ordinary. They were still people, but they were like different from people. And now when you're in the Four Emperors arc, it's like, these people, I can't relate to them anymore. Like, there's no relation happening whatsoever, and I'm like, I cannot do it. I really loved One Piece and I wanted to see it end. I just genuinely don't think that's going to be the case for me anymore because of their side characters. If you guys agree with me, subscribe. Goal is 10K, and I'm also going to ask you guys to leave a like and comment down below of what you liked most, or if you think I'm in the wrong or in the right. I really do hope that One Piece gets better as the years go on, but who knows.
One Piece is one of the most popular and most critically acclaimed series in anime or manga. You pretty much can't go anywhere in Japan without seeing it. It dominates the market absolutely in Japan and is well known all over the West. The series has been going over 20 years and boasts over 900 chapters, as well as over 800 episodes of anime, breaking records year after year and holding the record for the highest amount of manga sold of all time. And even with all that said, I still have to say, One Piece sucks. Now you might be asking yourself, how could anybody say that One Piece sucks? It's the best series ever. Everybody loves One Piece. Who is this guy? Well, before we even jump into the story, let's take a second to talk about the anime. The anime of One Piece was animated by Toei Animation, a company that's been around since 1948. It's one of the founding fathers of anime studios. It pretty much led the way into animation for Japan and has animated multiple series like Sailor Moon, Dragon Ball, Toriko, and even helped a lot with the Mech series. So what could possibly have gone wrong here? How could Toei Animation, a company so big, ever do bad? Well, One Piece suffers from multiple things in its animation. It's got some of the worst animation to begin with for a studio of this size. It has so many reused frames. Any tension that you would have gotten from an awesome fight with the villain is completely destroyed because you go from one frame to another, some animation, some actual video, and then back to the same old frames. You do this about 3 times and people are bored and any tension is completely gone here. It's got the most generic sound effects I've ever heard. In fact, I can probably do a better job of the sound effects myself. Let's see. Boing, 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 boing. It's something you would hear out of a Sony Vegas basic default plugins. Actually, not even that. A free cheap video editor online probably has about the same generic sound effects that you would hear from a Toei animation. Now let's go ahead and forgive and forget Toei Animation for their really cheap sound effects and poor animation skills that is used in the One Piece anime, and talk about what I consider to be the actual main issue with One Piece's anime, and that's the pacing. You look at the first 100 episodes of One Piece, the pacing was actually pretty decent. Or you got one episode which equals 2 chapters, pretty much a rule of thumb for any of the really long running anime. One Piece is now boasting a 1 chapter equals 1 episode at max. Sometimes you only get 0.65 of a chapter in an episode. Now imagine that and think about it. Why would you watch 23 minutes of One Piece when you can get the same amount, actually more information from a chapter that you can read in 5 or 10 minutes? And I'll help you if you actually pay to watch One Piece. If you pay a subscription to watch One Piece, you're really getting 10 to 12, maybe 13 minutes of content. You have 2.5 minutes for the opening, another 2 to 5 minutes to hear what happened last time. Actually, not even last time, what's happened in the entire arc. Then the actual episode. Then what happens next time, and an ending theme. You're barely getting any content for what you're paying for. The pacing is horribly slow. The Dressrosa arc took like 2 or 3 years just to get through. Can you imagine sitting there and waiting every week just to get half a chapter of content? Alright, now that we're done talking about the anime, let's actually look at the story of One Piece. There's a lot of characters, a very impressively large roster of characters in One Piece, but sadly most of them actually kind of suck. Nothing gets done with them later on in the series, and they're basically the same character they were when they were introduced. To give all the characters these personalities and humors that get old really fast, the same gags get used over and over again, like Brook asking if he can see a girl's panties for the 300th time isn't really funny anymore. And really, was it funny ever? The main character, Luffy, was made kind of stupid. I know it's comic relief, but really after such a long time of the series running, kind of gets old seeing him be reckless and go in with very little consideration for anybody or even himself. Now let's talk about Luffy for a second. He is a main character, and as a main character I find that he's actually not very special. He has fun powers, very fun personality, but guess what? So does every other battle shonen anime or manga protagonist. What's the difference? I want to be Pirate King. I want to be Hokage. What does this guy say again? Oh yeah, right.
Is to go even further beyond!
Now, generally speaking, the character designs of One Piece at first look very creative, but it's somewhat the opposite. While male characters boast all kinds of different shapes and sizes, every female character is the same Betty Spaghetti looking body with watermelon boobs, and if they're not drawn that way, then they just make them look like ridiculous beasts. But let's look away from the visuals of One Piece for a second and focus on the narrative. What problems could lie in the narrative or the story of One Piece? Well, for one, every arc is basically recycled. Villains are recycled, or groups of villains that oppress people, and then Luffy and his crew come and save them. It's the same thing over and over again. Because of this, there are actually arcs that can be skipped. Skypiea, for example, has a great story for itself, but does nothing for the actual entire story of the series. You can literally skip to the newest episode or chapter of One Piece and pretty quickly understand what's going on and just continue from there. The series is insanely long, and the time you spend watching and reading it, you could actually have read or watched so many more amazing and better written stories. You get very attached to One Piece after reading it for so many years, and you're afraid to let it go, but quickly kind of understand that when you see all of these plot devices, recycled content that's convenient for the writer, you start to realize this story is aimed at children or young teenagers, and it makes you feel kind of dumb for reading it as an adult. Alright guys, now with all of that said, Panel to Panel gives One Piece a solid 10 out of 10. I'm a loser and I read this series every single week. I can't wait for the next chapter to come out this week. Make sure you guys tune in till next time where I make a video on how One Piece is actually a masterpiece. And make sure you subscribe if you want to see more videos like this one, and check our description for all of our social medias. Anyways guys, thanks for watching and have an awesome day.
So one day, I'm just chilling in the room with my brother. We just hanging out, and then he turns on the TV and puts on this cartoon with this stretchy boy. The curious boy I was, I asked him, "What is this?" Then he turned and looked at me with demons in his eyes and said,
"It's an anime called One Piece. I think you would really like it."
Now this was before I was into anime, so when he told me this, I was like, "Anime? I've heard of that. That's like Naruto, right? And if my brother likes it, that means it's good, right? Right?" So then later that day, I started watching One Piece. And it was nothing like Naruto. In fact, the more I watched, the more I started to think, is my brother playing a prank on me? When does this shit get good? And guess what? It never got good. So yeah, he's not my brother anymore. No one who made me go through that shit is no brother of mine. And you know what happened when my brother became up to date with One Piece? He became a crack addict. That's what happens when you get caught up to One Piece. So if you don't know what One Piece is, good. Click off this video while you still can. And if you stay watching this video, I'm assuming that you know what it is. But you probably didn't know that One Piece is the worst thing to ever be made on this planet Earth. It's the cancer of this generation. I would rather get every single type of STD than watch another episode, than read another chapter of this shit. And I'm about to tell you all the reasons right now why One Piece is garbage. First of all, the main cast of characters is just fucking shit. We got Rubber Boy here, who for some reason is the strongest dude in the universe. Like, he's just rubber. You know what else is rubber? Silly bands, and they're weak as hell. I bet I can beat this monkey dude in a fist fight. Therefore, his character fucking sucks. Then we got this swordsman who don't know his left from his right. Like a fucking idiot. Then we got foot fetish simp to keep the incels reading. We got bitch nigga, fish nigga, dog nigga, dead nigga. We also got Cyborg, but more lame. There's Mommy Milkers #1, who's a gold digging whore. And Mommy Milkers #2, who says she wanted to live this entire time. Bitch, why you make them go through all that shit then? As you can see, this is a lackluster cast of characters I could probably beat in a fight. The worst main characters I've seen ever. So One Piece is already at a bad start. Second reason. These goofy ass character designs. Like, the world of One Piece looks like a crazy acid trip. How am I supposed to get emotionally invested and take things seriously when the characters look like this? Like, what even is that? They're dressing up like they're on Let's Make a Deal. And this leads on to my third reason why it's garbage. These dumbass looking villains. When I think of a villain, I think of someone who's intimidating. Someone that can give off fear even in the audience that's watching. Not this ugly bitch. How am I supposed to be afraid of a grown-ass man that's dressed up like a baby? He gonna shit his diapers while fighting me? Like, how y'all taking this shit seriously? Like, ain't nothing scary about a dude who looked like he just walked off the set of RuPaul's Drag Race. And of course, One Piece gotta be racist like everything else. Number 4, it's racist. They had to do the black man dirty, man. Of course, they made my brother the main villain of the story and also gave him diabetes. They did him dirty, man. They also gave my man no fucking dentist. So now he has Cartoon Network brick teeth. They did my man dirty, man. Reason number 5. No one dies. Out of all the amount of One Piece I've seen, ain't no important character ever died. Not even the villains that they beat die. And I know some basement cockroaches will come out and say, But what about Ace? But what about Ace? Ace? You mean Ass Cheeks Eater? I don't give a fuck about Ace. He basically killed himself anyway. He didn't need to jump in front of George Lopez like that just to save Rubber Boy. Like I said, no one dies besides Ass Cheeks Eater and this old ass man. He was already walking heaven's footsteps anyway. It was gonna happen sooner or later. And the last, but certainly not least reason on why One Piece gave me AIDS. It's too long. Like, there ain't no way that something that's been going on for this long is still good. I only watched it because I was a kid back then and had shit else to do. But even if you don't got anything else to do, fucking go to sleep, breathe, think. Like, anything is better than watching One Piece. You telling me that something more than 1,000 chapters and almost 1,000 episodes is good? You stupid, don't even talk to me. That's like saying watching paint dry is peak fiction. Plus, I don't even got that time anymore. You know, I gotta go outside. You know, I gotta breathe air. You know, I gotta talk to people. You know, to me, it's just common sense why One Piece is garbage. Even this dude that I found on the street agrees with me. Listen. Okay. Say it right now.
One Piece is the worst manga I've ever read. Oda's a terrible author, and I now have COVID. If you like One Piece, then you've never touched grass before. Now, can I please see my family?
No! You see? I told you it's fucking garbage. It's the worst thing ever documented in human history. Whoever watches it or reads it gets their mind instantly corrupted. The only reason why I'm not corrupted is because I'm just built different. And don't tell me that I should have read it instead of watched it. It's still the same shitty story, the same shitty characters, and the same shitty powers. And to those One Piece stans, you can dislike this video if you want. Just for God's sake, don't comment, because if they're anything like the sippy cups that are still commenting on my Suyu video, I'm gonna blow my fucking brains out. I can't stand y'all! Anyways, that's kind of all I wanted to say. In conclusion, One Piece is garbage, the fandom is a bunch of crack babies, and Oda can suck on these nuts!
It's just so hard to believe that some niggas just don't watch One Piece. But nah, deadass, if you try to tell a One Piece fan that you prefer any other show other than One Piece, they'll immediately say you didn't watch it or you didn't understand all the underlying themes under the first fucking episode. And it's like, nigga, it's never that serious. And don't let them niggas hear you say that you like Naruto or Bleach more. They'll have a fucking aneurysm and just go off on you for paragraphs and paragraphs, almost as long as the fucking show is. I'm gonna just keep it all the way real with y'all right now. The show is 1,000 episodes, 900 something, I don't know. They're close as hell to 1,000 episodes, if not 1,000. The show is older than I am. You think I'm gonna spend a whole nother lifetime watching the damn show and catching up to that shit so I can be out of place with every other show? No, I'm not. I'm not stopping my life to start one show. You know, I like to be honest sometimes. So, y'all One Piece fans, can y'all explain to me what the hell are these villains? You know, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not very far in the show, but I've given it multiple chances, and what the hell are these villains? Y'all want to talk all that shit, talking about these niggas is better than Pain, they better than Aizen, they better than Ulquiorra, they better than fucking Grimmjow. Nigga, I can't even take these niggas serious. Niggas just got fucking big ass heads, they legs be longer than my fucking house, and it's like, how? What's going on? Nigga, who spilled fucking nuclear acid on the One Piece verse? I'm just gonna keep it 1,000 out with y'all, bro. Like, enough with all the jokes. These niggas is not clean. You know, maybe this shit gets better after the time skipping shit, and in Wano, where in that one arc, the style looks great, but like, I can't take a nigga that looks like this seriously. Like, I apologize, but like, being part of being an intriguing character to me is like the design, bro. Like if you a villain, nigga, look villainous, look scary, or look badass, look like you just, I don't know, sitting there ready to just fuck a nigga up, like Madara, bro, or be like Pain, nigga. Look like you just bigger than life. You larger than everything. Pause. But you are just larger than life, my nigga. You just sitting there. You like, yeah, you can try, but I'm not gonna move. You can't touch me, type shit. He was bitching Orochimaru. Madara was bitching everybody. They was jumping this nigga. He was bitching everybody while he looked like a badass. Nigga had that long black flowing hair, nigga. I'm like, damn, he's sexy as shit. Pause. Like, you can't lie. If you think Madara is not sexy, you fucking lying. If you say Madara is not sexy, you fucking lying. I swear to God. Yeah, but moving away from that, because that part should already be a big enough point. Like, I don't know. I feel like that, maybe that's been argued for like eternities, I guess. But that's just some shit I was tired of hearing. But the next thing is, I'm sick of niggas. We love to let niggas have opinions in the anime community, right? Yeah. That's kinda. And it's just crazy to me how somebody can feel that a show does one aspect of a show better than One Piece, and every One Piece fan in the fucking universe will just come out of nowhere on that one post and just say, well, One Piece sold fucking 80,000 million fucking billion copies, and that show is ass, and that show's in the bottom 300 of manga sales, and One Piece has been going on since the 90s, and this show just came out and it's recency bias, and it's this and that, and that, and this show sucks, and Luffy's the best, and Zoro's the best, even though Zoro is the best. But you get what I'm saying. Like, you know, typical, you know, One Piece cocksloppery. And the first thing I have to answer to that is, niggas used to buy crack Just because shit sells does not mean it's good. Have y'all done crack? Is crack good to y'all? Oh, okay. If you said yes, then get help. And also, quality is over quantity, bro. Like, yes, One Piece is of quality at some points. And again, I'm at the beginning, so stop getting on my dick. But all the character development that y'all try and flex and say, ooh, look at all this character development. Well, the character development doesn't matter if I don't give a fuck about who's getting developed. If Kiba had fucking 30 episodes of an arc to himself, I'm not watching that bullshit. I'm not. I'm just not. I'm not watching that shit. Because I don't give a fuck about Kiba and Akamaru and that stupid ass mark on his face. I don't care. I don't. And for all the One Piece fans, you know, the toxic ones that think their life just revolves around One Piece, they read it, they watch it, then they rewatch it, then they talk about it, and they rewatch it again and argue with niggas about it. Bro, listen, I get it. The show is nice, or I think it's nice maybe, but like you can't go around with little Ishiki on your fucking shoulder talking about you inferior creature, nigga. Because shit, Naruto, he's still here. He'll come beat that ass again. Like, let's not play around. Wait till that nigga die. Alright, now the last thing, bro, because I hate talking for long. You know, I love talking. I love hearing myself talk. So damn sexy, boy. Like, listen to that little, you hear that? That's a real man. But, bro, if I tell you I'm not into One Piece like that, bro, like I'm just coasting through it a little bit, like I'm just, you know, cooling, like drifting a little bit, and you say, bro, if it gets addicting at episode 147, I'm hanging up the phone, I'm walking away, I'm doing whatever, wherever we at, I'm leaving, because there's no way you gonna sit there and tell me 140 episodes gets addicting. Because if I was to sit there and tell a nigga, bro, Bleach gets amazing at episode 10 onward, niggas would be like, 10 episodes? Are you, honestly, if a show doesn't draw me in by episode 3, or the characters aren't developing by episode 3 or 4, then I don't know if that's the show for me. I need a quick start and a quick finish, you know? Just like a perfect timing, no filler, no hang time, no Air Jordan in this bitch. But a real nigga message to leave off this video. Let niggas like what they like, bruh. As much as as stupid as it may be, let niggas like what they like. If a nigga say Oran is better than Hunter x Hunter, let the nigga think that, bro. Like, is that so hard to accept? Hey, but don't sleep on Oran though. Oran a fucking goat. If you say it's not, I'll slap the shit out you.
Okay.
Imagine if Dragon Ball Z was about getting Dragon Balls the entire show. Imagine if Dragon Ball Z wasn't about like, oh, big, you know, fighting Cell, protecting the shit, you know what I'm saying? I don't even like Dragon Ball Z, but if imagine the show was like that, it would be significantly worse. And then triple the episode count, and you still wouldn't have as many episodes as One Piece. One Piece is over 1,000 episodes of getting the One Piece, right? And I've never watched One Piece, so I can't accurately say like, oh, the show is bad, the show is good. I can just tell you why I won't watch the show and why I feel like the show is a waste of time. You're gonna hear the 1,000 episode argument because that's daunting as fuck. 1,000 episodes of what? Looking for the One Piece, right? That's the plot, that's the synopsis of the story. And it only makes me wonder, why is there 1,000 episodes for one common goal? There's 148 episodes of Hunter x Hunter. It's a kid looking for his dad. Yes, there's arcs. Yes, there's boss battles that have nothing to do, you know, directly with him finding his dad or no correlation with his dad. But these stops were in search for the dad, and which within each stop he's getting closer and closer. We can feel us getting closer to the end, you know, to the main goal. We're never going off track. It feels like in One Piece, for there to be 1,000 episodes, we have to be going off track a fuck ton. That's be a hell a lot of filler. And if it's not filler, you can still delete the episode or skip by it and not lose anything from the main story. Probably because the main story isn't even, it doesn't matter. Finding the One Piece doesn't matter. The show, what the fuck is the point of the show? 1,000 episodes and running, and it's not even close to a conclusion. It's not being advertised or no shit. People aren't talking about, oh shit, this is the end game. Oh, we're getting near, we're getting new information. No, nobody's saying anything. It's just going. What the fuck are they doing? Stopping island to island? I know they're pirates, so they must be going island to island looking for information about the One Piece. Yes? Nobody knows anything about the One Piece. They haven't, you know, these niggas went through a time skip and 1,000 episodes, and these niggas don't know nothing about the One Piece. How have they not covered every island on Earth or on their planet or whatever it's called? How many more islands are there? I feel like fans should be angry. I don't understand how fans aren't angry. I feel like the same niggas who like One Piece are the same niggas who enjoy a show like Dragon Ball, you know what I mean? Who aren't really, I feel like they're one and the same kind of fan. There's nothing wrong with it, but I just feel like they're one and the same. People keep telling me to watch One Piece and I keep getting offended. I'm trying to understand, why are you telling me to watch One Piece? Why would I watch One Piece? What am I getting out of One Piece? There's a lot of development. Yeah, nigga, a time skip and 1,000 episodes. If bro stayed the same, I would report the show. I would report. The fuck do you mean development? It's 1,000 episodes. We're watching the nigga grow up as we grow up. We're best friends. We're best friends. We hang out on a weekly basis every Saturday. We hang out. We hang out every Sunday, bro. I'm watching bro grow up. We're the same age. If you can delete entire arcs or multiple episodes without taking anything away from the story, then what the fuck are the point of those episodes? There's no point of those even existing. There's no point. Hopping island to island looking for information and giving entire backstories to characters that don't matter is stupid, and it's annoying. And if I was to have to sit through that for months to get to no ending still of backstories of niggas that behind the bar, I would report. Honestly, at this point, I don't understand how One Piece fans even believe in the One Piece. Y'all niggas are getting scammed. The One Piece don't even exist. For real, it really shouldn't. At this point, I don't even think it exists. Try to imagine Naruto trying to become Hokage for 1,000 episodes and still running. How, like, you can't even, it's not even fathomable, bro. Like, at that point, you're not even doing anything. You're doing bullshit to add episodes, bro. We're not continuing with the story. Oh, it's really not about the One Piece. It's about the journey this, the journey that. A story with no like foreseeable end that is like it's meant to be taken serious. It's not like a comedy. Like it's not a comedy show. It's a serious show that you know that goes through character arcs and consistent conflicts and shit. How the fuck can you watch a show talking about the journey with no foreseeable end? What journey is that? Oh yeah, let's go on a road trip to California, but let's hit up every state before we get there. Then let's go through Canada, and then let's take a plane to the UK, and then let's hit everything across the globe. But hold on, wait. I think we can go to Mars real quick. Wait. Neptune is right there. Let's spin by it. Whoa. I don't even want to go to California anymore because Uranus looks crazy. What the fuck is going on? Where are we going to California, nigga? In totality, from the outside looking in, it looks like a waste of time ass show. If anybody can explain to me what makes the show worth watching, not what makes the show good, what you enjoyed about the show, what makes the show worth watching, why would anybody willingly get into the show, please let me know in the comments. Subscribe.